Hey guys, Simon here with Caddis Fly Shop, an Oregon fly fishing blog, and today I have a Bonefish flats fly for you. We're calling it the Flats Probe. It's using some new eyes from Hareline, kind of sand color. These new brass eyes are new for Hareline, and it works great for this flats fly. It kind of looks like a Crazy Charlie or a gotcha. Features a couple different things, and we're going to take a closer look here. Okay, taking a closer look here, it's tied on an SL11 3H size 8. It uses ribbed tubing, and under it some Lagerton mini flat braid in shrimp color, some crystal flash out the front, little bit of calf tail under a craft fur wing. And what kind of sets this apart from other little bonefish flies is it has some polar chenille legs and then the drab colored eyes. So in the past, I think people have painted their own eyes, and it's really nice that Hareline makes these brass eyes that are perfect color for little bonefish flies. So starting here, we're using 140 denier Danville's thread, waxed thread. It's a good color and it's strong enough to kind of hold up to tie this fly. And so we're going to bring thread wraps all the way to the back here. And like I said, we're using these brass eyes from Hareline. Super cool color for this. Perfect for flats flies. This is a size small in brass. And so we're going to tie these on and leave a little bit of space towards the front to tie in our craft fur and other things. And so now that we're at this point, we're going to put in root beer crystal flash, this stuff. And we're going to put in a strand of it and double it over itself here. And this will kind of be like some antenna sticking out the front, or just a little bit of flash to service an attractor. Nice thing about these flies is they're relatively simple, so if you have a trip coming up, you can just bust them out pretty quick. So next we're using this shrimp colored mini flat braid from Lagerton. And so we're going to tie in a small piece right here. And then the body will be ribbed with standard tubing clear from Hareline. And we'll tie this in. If you have a material clip, this is what it's great for, to get stuff out of your way. And so we'll tie this guy in. And a trick to reduce some of the bulk that this tube makes is to stretch it as you put it in, then it lays flat. And so right there is pretty much all you need. Now we are going to wrap this flat braid around. If you have a rotary vise, this is super easy and quick. And so we'll cinch this off right here. Clip this excess. And then we'll just rib it with this tube. This will help it kind of look like a little exoskeleton, but mainly this will just keep the fly together. You know, you can also resin it. There's a couple different ways that you could help yourself out with some durability in the body. But the trick with this tubing is if you pull it tight, it lays really flat. If you don't, it gives it more ridges. So for other applications with just other things, that's something to keep note of, because the tubing can be can kind of behave differently depending on how you tie with it. So we're going to tie that in tight, and then next we're going to do a small little 1 or 2 wraps, not a lot, of this polar chenille right here, medium polar chenille tan. This will serve as just some legs. And I'm going to take 1 wrap here, and then I'm going to take the other wrap behind here. Perfect. Clamp that. And then lastly, the wing is a mix of a little bit of calf tail right here to give it a little bit of orange color. Just under the wing, that'll kind of light up with color. It'll kind of catch the sun. If you have any of these extra legs, you can either trim them off or kind of help them forward, depending on how leggy you want this fly. You can just kind of remove them or keep them. And then we're going to use a little bit of this sand craft fur from Hareline. And so once you kind of get all the tips even, I like to split it between this hook bend right here. We'll make those wraps and trim this excess. Just like that, you have a great flats fly. We'll whip finish and add a little bit of resin for durability on these wraps, but it's a pretty easy tie. It'll work great for bonefish in a number of destinations, depending on where you're fishing. Like if you're on Christmas Island or Hawaii, you can put heavier eyes. Tying them in a variety of sizes is helpful. Depending on the tide. Sometimes a day you want really heavy eyes, other times you want almost unweighted. So it's always helpful to have a variety of sizes. Right here we're putting on a little bit of Solares bone dry just to seal up those thread wraps on the head. And we'll cure that real quick and you're done. You have a great flats fly. Works great. If you want, you can trim these antennae down a little bit, but that's pretty much it. Easy peasy.